Now, it's a sports story with a twist. The Prime Minister is spending big on a new NRL team in PNG. So is this a masterstroke of diplomacy or a waste of taxpayers' cash?
PNG deserves a national team.
In a landmark deal, our League-mad PM today giving League-mad PNG its very own team.
This is one of the biggest moments in the game's history. All of a sudden, we've been able to gain an extra 10 million possible fans.
The PNG team is expected to join the comp from 2028.
This isn't just about what happens during the 80 minutes of play on the field of the NRL. This is about an entire relationship of lifting up Papua New Guineans.
And it doesn't come cheap. The deal costing Aussie taxpayers $600 million over the next 10 years.
$600 million are too much.
It's going to be hard to justify.
That's a lot of money, but I guess could be used elsewhere.
We should call this team the PNG dollar signs. It's all about money. Or call them the Albos. It's a political team. And that's why I don't like it.
Enter rugby league diplomacy.
Australia is in a competition with China for influence in the Pacific Islands. That's really the core of what's happening here.
Australia's cash injection coming with a catch. In return for its new team, PNG agreeing to sign a separate confidential security pact.
Does it contain an explicit clause that would stop PNG from agreeing to a security or policing deal with China?
While Australia remains the largest donor in the Pacific, China's infrastructure spending dwarfs ours, 5-1.
We can't compete with China dollar for dollar. We need to play to our strengths. They will be watching it closely and with a certain amount of jealousy as well, because China knows that it can't compete with us in terms of hearts and minds because of that sport relationship, the people-to-people ties that we have.
Players will be offered tax-free salary benefits to relocate to PNG, able to pocket almost double their Aussie salary. But safety will be a major concern. Australia's own travel advisory warning of high levels of crime, unrest and tribal violence across the country.
It is in my own national interest to make sure PNG is safer.
I think that it will be an incredibly attractive place to go.
So with this mix of sport and politics, has the PM scored a try or dragged one of our top codes into the sin bin?
I think it's great for the people of Papua New Guinea.
It'll be great for the league, more diverse players.
Hopefully it brings Australia together and we can see more people watching the game.
Here to help us unpack is NRL CEO Andrew Abdo. Andrew, it's been a really big day, exciting day. For people who aren't actually familiar, just how big is rugby league over in PNG?
Oh, what an exciting day. It's been massive for us. And the sport, rugby league, is just simply huge in Papua New Guinea. A country of over 10 million people, and I believe they're all rugby league fans. So that's like 10 million new fans that we're going to get. And I think, rugby league is certainly a language that unifies a country that has over 800 languages. It's one of the most diverse countries in the world, but they all love rugby league.
Won't hurt the next broadcasting deal, I'm sure, Andrew. But what's it like getting that phone call from the Prime Minister saying, Abdo, it's Elbow, I have a pitch for you. We want to buy you a team, basically, in Papua New Guinea. What's that phone call like? What's that moment like?
Yeah, well, it wasn't a phone call. We've had a lot of conversations. This has been something that's been in the works and been discussed for many, many years. And it's just been, to be honest, an absolute privilege to work with the Chairman of the Commission, Peter V'landys, and the Prime Minister and Pat Conroy and other ministers, and putting together something that's well beyond just sport. It's about driving social and economic impact in Papua New Guinea. And it's also more than an NRL team. It's about pathways, it's about creating academies, it's about, rugby league is already a big sport in the Pacific, but this is about making it the language of the Pacific. And today is the culmination of many, many years of hard work by lots of people.
There are other branches, though, to this, right, though, Andrew, because, it's no secret, this is also part of a security deal with Papua New Guinea. Do you think that sport and politics should be separated?
You see, I don't see this as politics. I see this as a transformative opportunity. It's a project that will change people's lives. And my whole life, I've seen the power of sport to unite people, to bring us together as a community. Port Moresby is the closest foreign capital to Australia. Papua New Guinea is so important for our region and for the Pacific community. And the opportunity for us to use rugby league to change people's lives, I feel like that is something incredibly exciting and wonderful to be part of.
Andrew, you obviously paint a beautiful picture of it all. But the reality is the government does see this as part of a security and diplomatic strategy in the region because of China's growing might, and they wouldn't be giving you $600 million of taxpayers' money if they didn't think so. Would you be doing this if it weren't for that public money?
Well, I think you've got to look at this long term, right? And as I said earlier, it's not just about an NRL team. It's not just about the elite part of the sport, but it's also about the grassroots. And clearly, this is the single largest investment that the game, rugby league, has ever had. And that opportunity is to invest and create a return on investment, which is going to last decades.
Sure. But would you be doing this, though, without the government giving you the $600 million?
Well, there's no doubt that investment will enable us to ensure that this is successful at both the elite level and the grassroots level. So that type of investment enables a bold, ambitious project like this, which will be transformative. So the answer to your question is that investment is exactly what's enabling something which is going to last, decades into the future.
But obviously, at the beginning, you will need some established players, Andrew. And as a Storm supporter, I'm nervous suggesting this, but the NRL would be remiss in their duties if they're not targeting Ryan Pappenhausen. Papa for Papa has a nice ring to it.
He would become an instant national hero playing fullback for this team. There's no doubt.
Andrew Abdo, thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thanks for having me.